I figured I would start TigerFits to get the students more involved in the area of study.
Hi guys, welcome back to our HPSS podcast. Today, at the beginning of the podcast, we have something special for you.
Our department chair, Dr. Smith, have some words of wisdom for us.
Hello guys, thanks for having me on again today. I just wanted to share with you the 7 P's of the department that we talk about all the time here in human performance and sports science. And so the first 3 are what we call our non-negotiable that we all need to try to strive towards being the best at, which are policy, procedure, and procedures. So our policies that are written by not only the university, some may be written from the state that we need to follow, from our department. So we want to make sure that we are maintaining, the best opportunities that we can for our students, but utilizing the policies that are already put in place, right? And then procedures, we have some procedures that we're trying to unify, be in class on time, shut your doors after 10 minutes so students can work on being there in the right amount of time, not being late to class, being punctual. And then professionalism. So with professionalism, we try to make sure that we talk about professionalism in our courses, but also returning emails in 24 to 48 hours, which is considered professionalism for email etiquette, making sure that we're not, responding back with all caps like you're yelling at someone. Also making sure that we're professional to one another, especially in front of the students. And then as a staff, hopefully we can come together professionally and work on some collaborative things and projects and assignments. And then, of course, have our things on the side that we're passionate about, which is another P I'll get to. But so the top 3, policy, procedures, professionalism. The next one is productivity. So we want to be productive. I know, each year we try to have the goals for our department to set for certain publications for the department, certain grant opportunities, scholarship foundation and funding. So we want to be productive in our roles. So productive with students learning, productive with students, matriculating through each course and graduating, and then earning, a job or employment or a career. But we want to make sure that we're being productive. So we mention that fairly often. And then the next 3 are kind of more personal, but it would be to be passionate. So have passion about what you're teaching as a professor, but then also try to incorporate that to the students to become passionate about what their careers will be. And so you've got policy, procedure, professionalism, productivity, passion, and then be purposeful. So a lot of things we do here in this department are purposeful. We want to be purposeful in our instruction. We want to be purposeful in the content and pedagogy that we're teaching that we know is going to be on tests or certifications that these students need. And so if we can be passionate, we can be productive, and we can be purposeful. And then the last P is pride. So we keep talking about having pride in your work, having pride in your day, having pride in your assignments, having pride in your pass failure rate, just having pride, not only Tennessee State University pride or human performance and sports science pride, but pride within yourself. And so the students can see that themselves. So those are the 7 Ps. I mentioned those. I have them listed on all our media, but I have them listed on each beginning agenda for our department meetings that we have once a month. And I'm sure some of the faculty and staff feel like I reiterate those or go over those too many times, but I always try to find a good time to remind them about that. So that is the 7 Ps of the Human Performance and Sports Science Department. And so those are 7 Ps that you can take anywhere in any organization, any department, any university, any team if you're a coach, and you can implement that and it'll be hopefully be successful for you. The other piece I wanted to mention on the words of wisdom for this week Thank you, Neil, for that introduction. Is just highlighting Miss Brown, Jennifer Brown, and all the hard work she does with TigerFit. Miss Boyd helps her a lot as well. Miss Boyd was the originator of that, but Miss Brown is really taking it to a different level now with the students that are involved. I believe we have either 100 or close to 100 students involved now out of our majors, which is just fascinating to think about. We don't even have a space to hold them all for meetings now. We have to break the meetings up or have them virtually because there's so many students, which is a good thing. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her on that side of things. Sometimes the time it takes to do that is overlooked. Those Saturdays where she's out with the Nashville Marathon, or when she's out Fridays with the Senior Saints, or she's out doing things at night here with different groups. Just her time and commitment to that is fascinating. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. You guys are doing a great job too, so keep up the good work with the Tiger Den podcast season 2.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smith, for your words of wisdom. And speaking of TigerFit, our next guest in this podcast is Ms. Boyd, who is the original founder of TigerFit. Welcome to our HPSS podcast, Ms. Boyd. We know that you are TigerFit HPSS Majors Club, but can you tell us something about yourself? How did you end up in this school? How long are you here? What courses are you teaching?
Well, I come here from Florida. I've been here probably about 15 years or more. I'm a Floridian. I wanted to go to a HBC school, so I decided to come here. A little bit more about myself. I married a Nashvilleian, has 4 wonderful children.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm proud of her. Now, as far as TigerFit Club, I decided to start that club because back in the day we had a club called Helpamont. And Helpamont was a majors club, meaning health, physical education, and recreation. So I figured I would start TigerFits to get the students more involved in the area of study. Plus, they can get things forward that they can use later on in their interviews for certain jobs.
Definitely. From what we were talking with Ms. Mocha, our students are getting great opportunities in the TigerFit HPSS Majors Club. So when you started it, did the students wanted to start it, or you recommended it to the students? How did that everything go?
I recommended it. I forget who was in charge, who was over this department back then, but I recommended and asked, could I start a club? And they gave me permission to.
Okay.
And I had a few students. The guy who did the logo on the shirt,
Okay.
his name is, I can't even think of his name right now, but he is doing very well, and he's using the same logo out in California.
Oh, wow.
Bartholomew, I can't really think of his name, but he did a real good job with that. So that's where we get the logo from on the shirts.
Okay.
Yes, I bet he do remember about his experience at TigerFit. And but so starting this major club, like what was the different struggle that you had starting the club? Did you have any struggle starting, or was it smooth?
Yes, it was a struggle because I had to go over in the student center, and we had so many different things that were needed to have a club in the area. They want to make the clubs here on campus specifically. You can't be within the study. You got guys you got to follow for it. You got to report, pay things that I didn't really know. So they gave me a book about pretty thick that you had to follow in order to form a club. So you needed advisors. And at the time, I was part-time teaching. So I was doing it myself, but I had to put other people's names on it.
Okay.
Remind us, when was that?
2016 or 17, 2016 or 2017 when I started it.
Okay. And so, so you were the founder of TigerFit, but
Yes.
then you decided to to give the directory to Miss Mocha. Is that right?
Yes,
What was that?
because I'm going to be retiring in probably 3 or 4 years from now.
Oh.
And she's going to be here a longer duration than me.
Miss Mocha is a great professor, so
I don't think she's going anywhere. But it's
She's-
almost my time.
Yeah, I heard she's been doing great with the TigerFit. Do you have any type of connection with them now?
Yes, I still am her assistant. I do a lot of the trips with her. Anytime she needs me, I'm there for her. I am one of the advisors with the TigerFit.
Okay, understand.
Steve.
So when you started, if somebody would try to create a majors club now in some other department or maybe in some other school, what would you advise them to do?
It's something in the handbook that tells you what you can and cannot do. But the thing about that handbook, you don't follow through. You don't get the information in time. For instance, if you want to rent one of the buildings here, you don't put it in, but it don't come through the computer, on time. So it's a timing that they need to correct about it. If you apply to use the building and you don't get a receipt, you turned in all your paperwork and you still don't get the building way ahead of time. So I think that's something they need to correct.
So I know that when we talk with other professors, we know that you're the professor that is the longest here. So how long are you teaching at TSU?
I mean, the longest, they may be talking about I am alumni. I went to school here.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I graduated from here. When I came back, I was under Dr. Katana Starks. They hired me for the swimming pool. That's how I first started here when I came back to teach, which we had 4 different directors since I've been here. So that's how it really started. I was coming here for aquatics.
Okay, so you started with the aquatics, but what are now some of the courses that you're teaching?
Oh, I teach lifespan motor development, health and wellness, fundamental sports skills, volleyball, basketball, all the different sports there. Aquatic, theory of aquatics.
Okay.
That's all I can think of right now.
Okay, I know that you're usually holding a lot of classes, especially that are related to sports activities.
Yes.
I know that I always see you on the basketball court.
Yes, I'm more in the HPR, Health, Physical Education, Recreation. I have HPSS classes, which is the health wellness side, but most of my classes are on recreation and physical education.
Yeah.
I see. So what would you say is your style of teaching?
Hands-on.
Hands-on.
And hands-on. I think students learn more when they can do it and see it.
Yeah.
It stays with them longer.
True.
I do books, but books are visible. But when you actually do something, it sticks with you longer.
That's true. I do believe that too. And so, I've heard from a lot of professors that you don't want to go to if we wanna have some connection, if we wanna look for some type of internship. So I want you to tell them how much you know, how many people out there that you know, and tell them how you can be useful for the student, for our HPSS students.
Okay. As far as me knowing a lot of people, I worked with Park and Recreation. I worked at Meharry Medical Colleges under some big people. I did filming and commercials. I'm just about in every area in health and physical education. As far as scuba diving, what else you do in water, anything in the water, that's what it was. But the people I'm connected with goes back to my experience when I was growing up here in college. So, and they tell me when I was here starting out, it was 5 famous people in the state of Tennessee in Nashville. If you know these people, you get a lot of hand, and that's a true statement. And one of the backgrounds is my name itself, the Boyd family. They're in the publishing family. Then you have the oldies, you have the real estate. But through my family that I married into, that's how I got to get all my connections.
I see it. It's pretty interesting. So, just to finish, I want you to come back to TigerFit. So, if anybody from the HPSS department wanna come to our major club, could they come to you and ask you to get in the club, or should I go to Miss Mocha?
They can come ask me, and I can refer them to Miss Mocha. She's the head now. I'm just assisting her, but I have all the same rights still because I do for her, and I'll be with her until I leave.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Boyd. It was a pleasure to talk with you and find out more about you. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you
so
so
great day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.